our eye in the sky. This tells us what we're supposed to do every day. Farmers are obsessed with weather because our entire life revolves around the weather. And so whether we're happy or sad or having a good day or a bad day usually is something to do with the weather. So I'm pretty happy right now because it's beautiful. If it maintains this, you know, through the summer, I'm going to be pretty sad because everything's going to dry up and die. But this year, it's just been great. It's just, we haven't had anything to work around, so it's pretty nice. So these blueberry plants right here were planted in 1952. I believe we are the third or fourth owner since they were planted. There's rumors that this is the oldest planting of blueberries in the state. And you can see they're in full bloom right now. You can see that some of these are already set. There's a fruit right there. There's a bee buzzing around right here that's busy at work. The soil varies a lot. So from right over there, which is some of our heaviest soil, to right here is some of our lightest, most sandy soil. And I wonder if a lot of that variation has something to do with when they built this canal right here. I'm guessing that soil got moved around here a bit, and I wonder if that's why we have such kind of a stark variation of soils and not a very far distance. But we're really happy that they did build this because this is our water source for our irrigation for that field and this field as well. And it's from the McKenzie River, just about a half a mile upriver. The actual river is about a quarter mile over up against the hill there. This patch is owned by the Burwell family. They've been in this valley for at least 3 generations. I think 4. Now it's 4 because there's little Burwells running around. My brother, he dated one of the Burwell girls for a period of time, and so he persuaded the family that he would be good at managing this blueberry farm over here. And he was about 18 at the time, and they said, "Okay, we'll give you a shot." He called it Jack's soul patch, and at that time he had a little soul patch. So that was his patch, and it didn't take very long before we realized like managing 2 separate blueberry farms was kind of ridiculous. It was all really part of the same farm. That patch was actually planted by Kim Burwell. They live up on the hill now, but when she was, I believe, like 13 or 14 years old, she was on the back of the tractor on the transplanter planting those blueberries, and she didn't own the farm at that time. It was owned by somebody else, and then years later her and her husband Dana ended up buying the farm. You never know when you put a plant in the ground that's going to be there for a long time. You never know, wow, that might be your farm at one point or something. So that's always interesting. That was kind of when my brother started farming, is when he was about 17 or 18. I mean, we grew up on a farm, obviously, but he decided that was something that he was into, and he wanted to kind of make his livelihood. And somewhere along the way, he recruited me. I don't quite know how that happened, but we became farming partners, which is great. And we have very different things that we do on the farm, and like I said, we've always been involved with the farm, but that was kind of the beginning of the transition of us being the owners of the farm, I guess. And something I talked to Jim Russell a little bit, and we kind of had a recurring theme. His operation as well as our operation, I think, is changing quite a bit from kind of the ideas of the last generation to more the ideas of the next generation. There's a lot of challenges that come from trying to be respectful to the last generation and how they did it, and also understand that this is not the same time and we're not the same people. This wheel has been built many times before, and to try to start over from scratch seems a little ridiculous sometimes, but a lot of that knowledge has been lost. And I feel like a lot of things that I do are trying to reconnect with people that are usually, you know, quite a bit older than me, and to try to get back some of that knowledge that is still around, and to incorporate that in what we're doing. So, planting blueberries, planting fruit trees, planting any perennial crops, I always think is kind of a selfless act, because it's likely that I won't get to have all the benefit from these plants in their lifetime, that somebody else will have that. And I feel fortunate that a lot of the plants that I'm making my living off now were planted by somebody else a long time ago, and their forethought and it was their gift to me now to be able to make my living off of what they put in the ground. So just kind of passing it on to the next generation. These plants, you know, somebody will be looking back in 60 years and be like, oh, these were planted way back in 2011. Look how big they are. Who knew blueberries even lived that long? So we'll see. Hopefully these varieties weather as well as some of the older varieties do. One of the things about being a farmer is you're always really excited to get a crop off your next planting of something, when really you just need to be patient and let it get established and get a good crop in the future rather than get something now. So patience, especially as a young farmer, is challenging. I remind myself that I have many years and I shouldn't worry about getting everything right now. So it's delicious.